I am talking. Thank you, Jill. I was on mute. Good morning, everyone. I've been moving my lips, but no sound's been coming through. Perfect. Roger is coming in right now.
All right. It's, got it. Stay panelist. Good morning, everybody. Hello there. That's right. Red shirt today. Red shirt on the beach. There you go, Adam. The happy meals. The happy meals. So we're looking at a lot of stocks right now. I have a lot of stocks on my radar, but um, we'll be starting in just a few minutes. We got the CPI tomorrow, which is a big, big report. I don't know if you guys heard uh, if you heard Powell speak this morning. He's very mellow he was very mellow. He wasn't getting attacked. He was speaking. I think he was in Europe. Hey, Sean, congratulations. And and I don't know, but he was just saying, we're just not there yet. The news is getting worse. It was worse than it was a couple of months ago. It's really interesting. Hey, Jill, good to see you. He's being transparent. He's saying things the markets don't want to hear, but he's being transparent. He's not he's not trying to railroad. I think he doesn't want to mention about how many numbers of cuts we're going to have or anything like that. But at the same time, I I think he's I remember something, guys. The Powell and the market are two different entities, right? And the market is a hell of a lot more reactive than Powell is. And the market is really reacting to what we're seeing right now. And the market's acting like it's never seen a bear market before and doesn't know what a bear market is. And that's not good. That's very unfortunate. I mean, I don't know how the market can right now price in. Let me just share my screen here. I don't know how the market can price in right now. Just see here. If you look at the bond market right here, it's very hard for me to understand how a market could be just sitting right here not doing anything. Well, maybe because of the CPI report, PPI report. But right now, the bond market's not giving any directional bias. And that's after the Fed basically told us that they haven't made any progress in over a year. There hasn't been any progress in over a year. And his whole thing he was saying today, he didn't really like talk about it a lot, but he was trying to stretch it. He was saying things like, well, um, we don't need to look at it over the annual basis. We just need to look at it on a monthly basis. What? Really? On a monthly basis? Really? No, we look at it on an annual basis. Powell he's trying to rediscover America. He's like Christopher Columbus trying to rediscover America. He's saying things that are just complete nonsense, like getting ahead of interest rates, cooling interest rates are off before they need to be cooled off, makes the deficit go faster. Like what? And then now he's talking about monthly. Now he's talking about looking at monthly numbers instead of annual numbers. What kind of I'm a day trader. And I'm telling you that annual numbers are much more important than monthly number. And he's an economist, and he's telling you monthly numbers are more important than annual numbers. Think about the irony in that. Just think about that, Matt. Think about what I just said, how funny that is. The day trader is telling you that annual numbers are important, and the economist is telling you that the monthly numbers are important. You can't make that up if you tried, right? Just think about how funny that is. I'm the day trader and he's the economist. We're like polar opposites. And I'm telling you to look at the annual numbers and he's telling you to look at the monthly number. That makes no sense. That makes no sense whatsoever. Right? I mean, Adam, but think about how ironic that is, right? I'm the guy that's looking at like what's going to happen the next 10 minutes, and he's the guy that's looking at what's going to happen a year from now. And he's telling you guys to look at monthly improvements, and I'm telling you that you should only be looking at annual improvements. That's one for the books, right? Think of, you probably don't even see how ironic that is, but that's really, really funny. That's like me telling you we should look at monthly price data, and he's telling you should look at 5 minute time based data. It's he's just being stupid. Okay, he's being dumb. No, you look at annual. That's why the annual. We want to know how much progress we've made annually. And then he goes and says, "Well, we can't go in based on watch. Next time he talks, we can't go by what happened yesterday or the day before. We have to go by what's happening over a period of time because it doesn't happen overnight." Watch, he'll say that too. And then somebody will say, "But didn't you say it's more important to look at monthly data?" Oh, I never said that. It's amazing. You sit there, and you sit there and you think about it, and you're like, did he just say that? And he did. I have to rewind the tape and listen to him because I'm so shocked by what he's saying. It's just so anyway. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. So again, the regular number, no progress from a year. No, not only no progress, we're worse than we were a year ago. Okay, well let's look at the minus food and energy. Let's look at core. Oh, core was 2.4. Oh, it's 2.4 again, a year from after them making a lot of the most aggressive rate cuts in history. In history. Because investors, Mary, that's a loaded question. I can talk about that question because it's the best we've got. Does that make sense? Because it's the best we've got. I had a guy who used to do marketing, email marketing, and his tracker was wrong, but it was consistent. It was wrong, but it was consistent. So I'm like, well, why do you use this tracker if it's wrong? He's like, because it's consistent. If it's wrong, but it's up, I know it's still up. And if it's down, it's still down. It's the only thing. It's the best we've got. We don't have anything else. Oh, and then he starts talking today about revisions. Oh, when you take into account revisions, the number wasn't all that bad. Yeah, it was. It was shit. It was, look, X food and energy, they were worse. X food and energy and trade services, they were the same. That's bad. That's awful. There really isn't anything better, Mary. There isn't anything better at this time. There really isn't. If it was, we would be using it. It's just everybody prices in a certain number, and that's what everybody uses. And the reason we look at it is because we just want to know what the reaction will be, so we know which way to go. Good, DB Cooper. No, I'm not forcing you into trade. I'm not going to do that. Roger, why aren't you putting on trades? The market's not doing anything. Why do you want to just sit and waste money? You know? Yeah, he's being really political. He's being really, really political. On the other hand, if you look at the bond market, and this is the daily, the TLT really didn't go anywhere. I mean, we kind of hicked up in the morning. We gapped up, and then we just went right back down to yesterday's low, and we're right there. So this event, it was a nothing burger. Yeah, I think he does want to keep his job. I think that's really all there is to it. All right. So as far as the data, you have the data. Tomorrow we have CPI. Tomorrow's report is a bigger report. We also have retail sales. That's also a big report. Hey, Sandeep, how are you? We also have retail sales. That's really, really, really important. That's going to be a big report. We also have housing market, but the biggest thing is going to be Kashkari, Bauman, and the CPI. Those are going to be, and the retail sales. Those are going to be the biggest reports. I will when we're done. All right. I will when we're done. So let me look at some stocks that I really like to the long side and short side. And no, I'm not going to be pushing trades. I did push a trade in weekly cash flow today, and I gave you guys a profit in weekly cash flow today. I don't know what the CPI report will be. If I had to guess, here, let me show you what I think. I think it's going to be on the 3.7 to 3.8. I don't know. I don't read month over month, and neither does anyone else I know. Year over year is the only thing anybody cares about, except Powell. All of a sudden, he's interested in month to month. I think it's going to come 3.5, 3.7. I think it's going to be worse than expected. I think it's going to be worse, slightly worse than expected. It would be nice for it to be hot, but I don't think we're going to see that. Let me put on a real quick trade right now. Dom, it was in it was in Telegram. It was in Telegram channel, and it emailed, and it was Matt. You send it to everybody, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Don. You should have gotten it on Telegram or whatever not you got. Okay. My wife says hello to everybody. She knows that I'm doing this live, so she just wanted to say hello to everybody. Three card Monty. That's funny. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Matt, did all the announcements and everything go out today?
I'm checking right now.
Yeah. I will, Ken. I will. I will.
Telegram went out.
I will. Yeah, Telegram definitely went out. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I don't want to put this on right now. I wanted to put something on right now, but I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Bite my I rather have more certainty than right now. Okay. Put this in front of us. All right. If it all went out, it all went out. Let's talk about let's talk about let's do the short side first again today, okay? Core. A lot of adding to long and short stocks. Yes, Thomas, there's no new trades in the pit today. Yeah, guys, I'm talking about weekly cash flow. Weekly cash flow only goes to subscribers. I gave a trade this morning and we took off a trade this morning. That's all I wanted to say. Let's continue. I don't want to waste time on this. Okay. 228 is the stop loss here. I like the stock. I think it's got more downside to go. We got go to puts here. There was a news on Oracle about 10 minutes ago. We're looking at the 74 delta right here, 230 puts, 38 days to go on COR. The next one we got is ABT. I really like the stock a lot to the short side. I would be looking at about the 106 level right now. Yes, right. That's right. Now, Dom, why are you writing things here that I'm giving you in the Telegram channel, in a private Telegram channel?
That's to you only.
Hmm?
It's hosts and panels only. They
Oh,
did good.
oh,
They did good.
there. You're right. It is. Thank you. Yeah, it's just adding to a short list. Yep. Dom, adding Target to my short list is something I posted in a Telegram channel. The Telegram channel has absolutely nothing to do with the VIP room. So
I think I know where the disconnect is. The email that he was asking about was the email that the VIP room is starting.
Gotcha. I want to make sure we're all on the same page.
In the trading pit, usually the Telegram, the trading pit Telegram doesn't usually get a VIP room starting now post. It's only in the main Telegram. Very nice, Adam. I'm going to grab that.
There you go. Do this week making money. Thank you. You're welcome, Claire. And get Claire's too. Oh, thank you, sir.
Finally.
What is that, Matt?
My fan.
Oh, you ordered a new fan.
It's taken a week to get here.
We would go 24 days out. Yeah, it did take a long time to get here. You're right. We would go 24 days out. We would go to the 74 delta. We would go to the 106 put. Now, it's a little spready. It has no liquidity. So you maybe want to go to the 64 delta. This one has really liquid options, 105s. Yay! Good, Brad. Love to hear that. Give that one to Dave. There's a lot of stocks that I really like right now, but I'm too nervous to put, like, I really like Target. I like ABT. I like Qualcomm. I like a lot of stocks, but we got this report tomorrow, and I'm just very nervous. I don't want to make a bad move. Don't want to make a wrong move. Second here. There we go. And I'm sure you guys aren't too upset about that. I'd rather give you guys winners than give you guys some garbage. Um, SYK. Yeah. I mean, I give plenty of trades in that program. I mean, I like this one. I'd like to see a little more downside. Healthcare stocks really look like they're taking it in the chin. He Look what Steve just wrote, man.
Yeah, Ken said something too. It's funny. Here's the old fan. It's getting real noisy. She's lasted about 2 years, but it's really an annoying click. Bearings are gone. So we got a new one.
Can you be specific? Black. Oh, you're watching on Matt. Your camera's off.
Oh, no.
Buck. Yeah, I can. Sorry, I didn't know you were on audio only. I'll do that. So, yeah, I'll talk in full sentences, of course.
There's the fan, just so everyone sees. It's the
All
old
right.
fan.
So my stop loss would go. So my stop loss would go right here. If I'll tell you what, I'm going to go through this I'm not going to interrupt myself, so you guys can write it down, even if you're on audio. And then if I miss something, just say it and I'll repeat it, okay? Because I didn't realize people here are on audio. So about 336 as a stop for SYK. We would go 38 days out. We would go to 79 delta. Actually, we'd go to 62 delta. 79 is just too spready. And we would do a 330 put right here. Let's go to the next one. Next one is Uber. Uber is finally on my short list. Yes. Uber, I would put a stop right here at 69.10. I would be looking 17 days out. I would be looking at the 71 strike price, 71 delta, excuse me, 68 strike price put expiring May 31st. Looks like I missed that target trade. Damn it.
Oh, you didn't take it?
No, I didn't take it. I'm just too nervous right now, with the I want something that has high volume, and I can't find anything that has high volume that's moving in my direction. And right now, we really need that volume to overcome that CPI.
It might not be the worst thing for missing the target trade because you could get a dividend whiplash.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Now, listen, guys, just FYI, there's a misnomer. Just because I miss trades doesn't mean I know they're going to be winners or losers. I'm just trying to increase our odds. I don't like purposely miss trades, take trades here, avoid trades here, get you into I can't, I don't have I'm not that good. I wish I was. So the only thing I can do is do what I do. Okay. Somebody here has a suggestion for me. Trader says, agree with you to make sure no bad swing trades. Who says anything about swing trades or day trades? How do you even know what I'm talking about? I mean, I've been only talking about day trades so far. No, I'm just kidding. I've been talking about everything. I do everything based on swing trades. I don't know if a trade will be a day trade. The only time it's a day trade if I'm really good on the market timing and if I can get a little bit real quick. Otherwise, it stays a swing trade. I'm not as good as you guys think I am. I know you guys think I'm really good sometimes, but I'm not. I'm not as good as you think I am. I can't predict ahead of time what trade will be a winner, and I can't predict ahead of time if it'll be a day trade or not. If I could do that, I would. I choose the expiration date based on volatility and what's happening with the market. 3-4 months ago, we had less volatility. We had very little volatility, and we had a lot of direction. Going 2 weeks was fine. Now we have a lot more even two-sided market versus a one-sided market, and we have a lot more volatility, which means we have to go deeper in the money and we have to go further out. Sean, it's not 95, it's 95.88%.
Got to get that 0.88 in.
So anyway, so I'm just trying to help you guys out. That's all. All right, let's continue on this. I gave you the one on Uber. Peter says I cannot trade Schwab. There are no prices. Peter, let's make a bet. There are prices. How much do you want to bet there are prices? Matt's going to check right now
Prices on what, the options?
on the options. Yes,
I mean, they're there.
Peter, you understand we're liquidating an existing position. You do understand that, right? What do you need prices for if you're liquidating an existing position? I don't understand what you're saying, man. The trade is a profit. All you have to do is exit at market. That's all you need to do. You don't need to do anything else. All right, all right. Let's continue. Send me an email if you're confused. I'll gladly help you out. I'm on. Yeah,
No,
Matt will.
I'm gonna help them.
No. Bug. They bought TD Ameritrade about a year ago. Just FYI.
I think the last transfer is going through this week, though.
You should have seen the trouble they were having yesterday, Matt.
Well,
Whew.
they're trying to get the futures account to go live.
Yeah. One second. One second. One second. One second. One second. 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 Once.
You know, while you're doing this, I do want to show you this stocks later today on the session.
Yeah.
I went into my wife's a teacher for fourth grade and they're doing the stock market section. So I went in this morning and gave them like a little lesson on the stock market. And so I left them with some homework for them to pick some stocks for today. And then I'll come back later and tell them whose stock went up the most today. And these stocks are very impressive for fourth graders.
Huh.
A lot of these are on our list.
All right. I'm going to give you guys a trade right now in the pit. All right. So the folks in the pit have a trade. All right. Let's continue this exercise. Um,
Much easier.
they're so much easier to teach.
Much easier.
It's down. Okay. Yeah, kids are so much, and it's just easier to teach kids. Okay, let's now switch to the long side. FCX. Good trader. Good to know that. Right here. Put a stop loss right here, right at about the 49.20 level. I like how it's coming up to the VWAP right here. It's nice. We would be looking at about 24 days till expiration. Let me go to calls now. And we would go. Can you help Peter out so make sure he can liquidate the trade? 50 call right here. 76 delta right there.
Peter, is that the broker? I've never heard of that.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry about that, guys. I just needed to take care of something real quick. I'm trying to multitask here. Good. Can you grab that from Vivek and the
Yeah,
other things that are
got it.
happening?
I've been getting them.
Brian, pit trade,
Yeah, it's there. I
it's
just checked.
the pit trade's right here. I'm looking at it. Brian, you got the pit trade, right?
You got a bit of a typo there, though.
I did.
Yeah, I'll fix it.
Okay. Actually, don't fix it because it'll mess up the timestamp. Don't. Just leave it alone.
Okay,
Just leave it alone.
unless that's shorthand.
Not in Telegram. What are you talking about? Josiah just got it. Yeah. Brian, something's wrong with your phone. It's there. It's
Uh,
there.
no, Sean, they're only in the Telegram.
Yeah. There's 11 thumbs up right now, actually. Ben. Yeah, Brian, it's on your end. It's there.
See, I only see 6, so maybe Telegram is a little bit slow right now.
And I see 11 right now.
Now there's
Everybody else
16.
seems to have got. Adam says 14. I don't have 14. Now 16. And I
Yep.
still have 11. Oh, now it's 22. Going crazy. All right, all right, all right. It's there, Brian. I didn't sell Giovanni. No comment. No comment. If you guys don't know what this trade is, send me an email. Yes, it's been there for 4 minutes now. It has. All right, now let's continue, guys. Let's continue. Remember, this is not the pit. I'm just multitasking right now. I just happened to hey Wade.
No, no.
Wade, why in the world would you post a trade that I just gave privately in the pit channel publicly here? Why would you do that after I asked people not to do that? Why would you do that, Wade? You know what? I'm not doing this again. I'm never going to give a trade out while I'm here again for the pit. I'm just not going to do that anymore. And that way we'll avoid the problem. Yeah, I mean, I asked you nicely, don't post the goodies here. Yes, stop posting. Yeah, I'm just not gonna give any trades while we're in this room. I mean, I'm trying to do the right thing here, but all right. Right here. 49.27, 24 days to go. 74, 50, 50 call right here. Right here. Moderna. I like Moderna right now. I really do like Moderna right now. Can you take care of Peter, Matt, please?
Yep.
All right. We would go 24 days out. We would go to right here, 121. 121 right there. 121. 121 strike price on the June 7th expiration Moderna. Next one, Zebra. Now look at this one, Matt. Isn't this one a juicy one? Look how it's hugging the 8 day
Yeah.
and how it's just slightly coming
Nice
up.
and tight.
Nice and tight. Yeah, nice and tight. Matt really likes them likes them when they're like very congruent. Uh which is good for risk, by the
Nice
way.
pennant.
Yeah. 310 would be the stop loss. That would be the stop loss, 310. We would go 38 days out. We would go to 78 delta. Whoa, the spreads are way wide. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. AVB. I did business with this company back when in LA when I was they bought something from me and then I bought something from them. It's kind of funny. Very good company. Avalon Bay. It's like this company is so tight, folks. I can't even begin to tell you. 193.62 is a stop loss. The call would be a strike price of 82, and the spread's actually not that bad at the 190 call. He does. He does. He likes those coiled snakes. He does, which is fine. First time I'm ever talking about this stock. We've never talked about the stock before, right? And the potatoes that they serve, those yam potatoes that they serve, they're so tasty. I'm being sarcastic. We've talked about the stock plenty of times. Look at this one, Matt. Nice coil, right?
Mhm.
So, Adam, funny little side story. We have a Telegram channel. Listen to this. We have a private Telegram channel that we use for work. Okay, and check this out. We got a thing, a channel there, a Foodies Anonymous, and people are sharing their food, what they're cooking and eating. And I tell people, please stop posting this because I'm getting hungry every time you guys post. I get hungry. Adam reminded me of that. Uh, 76 Delta, 160 calls, June 21st expiration, TXRH. The stock really does look fantastic right now. Um, Qualcomm, I really like this stock. I came this close to buying it. It's just not sure if buying a chip stock ahead of CPI is okay. I mean, shorting a retailer is not that bad, especially a second rate retailer, but Qualcomm, not sure. Put my stop around 179.20. We would be looking at 17 days out, or actually, let's go 24 days out. We would go to the 70, we would go to the 180 call, which is the 68 delta. That's June 7th expiration on Qualcomm, 180 call, 0.68 delta. Fresh Pets. I know. This is another one of those stocks that we've talked about uh, plenty of time, right? Our stop loss would go right here below this level, about 116.60. We would be looking at the 70 call delta. That's the 120 strike price, 70 delta, 120 call, June 21st expiration. Crocs is back on my list. Can you imagine that? Crocs is back on our list.
Where's Ray? It's right here.
Well, Ray's usually on YouTube. See if
Oh, you're
Ray's on
right.
YouTube. Right. So Crocs is looking good again. Remember what I told you? The best retailers, in my opinion, for this is an investment, not as a trade. Lululemon and Crocs. I think they are the best retailers in the world right now. No joke. I've been saying that for about 5 years now, 4 years. 130.
Like him better than Deck?
Well, you see, it's you
Deck
can't
is so
compare.
expensive.
Deck is a conglomerate, and
Yeah.
Deck is too expensive. Deck needs to lower the price, needs to split, and then it'll be on my list. And also, Deck has a lot of other companies that are not like hot, like Hoka and like Uggs. There's couples that are just like, eh. If they can if they can just like cut them off, that would be fantastic.
Dude, GE, what GE did, split the companies.
Right. Exactly. So right here, right at the 138 level and 24 delta. Oops, 24 days till expiration. I can't find anything there though. Let's see. Oh, there they are. They were a little late. Is my computer like a little delayed or something? 72 delta, 139 call right here. Hey, Richie, how are you? Good to see you. SCCO. Metals like copper are starting to heat up again, which means there'll be some stocks, industrial stocks and basic material stocks that may start coming on our radar. Okay. I would put a stop loss right around the 110, 111 area, somewhere right here, about 111, low 111s. Um, and I would go about 75 delta to the 115 call. I got one more. Actually, I got two more for you. I like Richie. I like those stocks. Those are good stocks. Uh, Clean Harbor. Look at this one, Matt. Another one that you may really like. That's right up your alley too. 208.20 is the stop loss. 38 days out. 77 delta. Go with this one. The 70. This is too high. Go with the 59 delta, or try to work the order on this one. But it would be the 200 or the 210 calls expiring June 21st. And then MLI. This one here, I really like this stock. And look, Matt, how it's coming right to the 8-day MA. Put this on your list, Matt, please. MLI. Actually, don't put it on your list. The spreads are really wide. Well, actually, you know what, Matt? They're not bad. Look at this one. Look at the 55. 78 delta, 460 versus 510. And then the 46 delta, 130 versus 155. Yeah, you can keep this on your list. This is something you can work with. You can work with this. 55 or 60 calls for June 21st. Let me look at GE real quick. That's my last one. I could look at a couple of stocks for you guys. I have a minute or two. GE, I think it's consolidating. Usually after 3 down days, it starts coming back up. So I'm expecting GE to hold well today. It's been holding above the VWAP, which means buyers have been coming in all day. It's at the VWAP now, which means if it bounces from here, it can make another higher high. While the S&P, and by the way, Roger, why aren't you more aggressive today? Well, look why I'm not. Up, down, up, down. How do you be aggressive with that? The market doesn't know what to do with itself. It's literally at the lows of the day right now. I do like Qualcomm a lot at these levels. Anyways, I'll look at Apple. So I like Apple. I like how Apple's making higher highs. Okay, so I'll tell you what I'm looking on Apple. Okay, I'll look at Tesla and I'll look at Apple. If you look at Apple right now, Apple continues to make higher highs. I don't care that it's not higher right now. It made a higher high. One idea I had was to do a bull put spread right here, but the premium that I was to get from it was like 30 cents and the risk was 250, and I didn't want to go there because I'll tell you why, because I think it can come right back down here and then come back up again without breaking this level. So I'm not in a hurry on Apple, but I am glad it's there, and I want to see volume coming in on Apple. So if I don't see volume coming in, I'll probably do a credit spread right here. I can't believe I'm telling you this, all these goodies here. And if I see volume coming in, I'm going to go long. But I'm now more than ever convinced that this is uh, a gap, a breakaway gap, than a reversal that's going to fill the gap and come down. I would hate to short Tesla over here, but we'll see. We'll know real soon. Uh, Mr. Scott, agree on Apple. And Tesla, yeah, let's look at Tesla. Tesla looks like it's just making another pivot, and it's going to just come right back down. Look, pivot, 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 and then it just comes right back down. Nothing really, nothing really. I mean, there's really nothing going on Tesla, except, and it's still at the 8-day EMA. So to me, it's just doing its thing. Yeah, I've been talking short Tesla now for a few weeks. Nothing changed. It's not a great position right now, but look how it's pivoted. It's pivoted pretty well. So as long as it goes, as long as it doesn't break this pivot and go above it, it should be okay and it should start coming back down. But I'm short Tesla. Look, lower highs every time we're in this range. We couldn't break above this range. There's nothing good about Tesla right now. Yeah, I did give you an idea on Tesla last week. All right, folks, I've got something to tell you. I have a class.
I got it.
Oh, he's got it. All right, I got a class with Jack. If you missed it yesterday, we're going to do another one. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a class. It's going to be all about Jack's directional trading strategy. Jack is a very, very solid guy, and he doesn't talk a lot, but when he does, it's usually pretty good stuff. Pay attention. Come to the class. It's happening at noon, and I'll be at 1 o'clock in 20 minutes, and I'll be there driving the bus with him. Okay, Matt, do the seasonality. I want to hear what you have to say. I'm very curious about consumer discretionary actually right now, and technology. It looks like blue chips are We're leading yesterday. It looks like chips are leading today. Markets are just waiting for something to happen, and that's where we're at right now. So go ahead, Matt. Let me take over. Let's do seasonality, and we'll go from there.
Yep. There we go. There is here is seasonality to the long side. Here's your 11 sectors. Profit factors are all good on the long side, which is good. They're not great. Some of them are a little bit low, but they're all making money. Accuracy is low across the board, but not high, I would say, but not too low. 60 to 70%. So not too bad. And on the short side, which is always good when they're opposite, all of the profit factors are bad. Financials and utilities are technically positive, but the accuracy is no good. So we're leaning alongside. We're not leaning very hard, though. 10-day hold, profit factors are moving up, and accuracy is it's not awesome. It's getting there, but the profit factors have moved up. We've been seeing negative profit factors in the 10-day hold, or by negative, I mean less than one, which means you lost money. And those are starting to move higher. So that's good. As far as the long side is concerned, what do you mean by accuracy is no good? So, pretty sure I said that here. So, this is the win rate. So, this is going back to 1990 or as far back as possible. And it's taking the trade every day on this day of the year. So, it's calculating how many times you won, how many times you lost. So, ideally, it needs to be above 70. Really, it needs to be above 80 or higher for us to really like it. So if it's 50s, 60s, the exception of 10-day hold, because that's a little bit different, then that's no good. Seasonality is not strong. All right. The number for today is 210. So a little low. It's less than half of the S&P, moving up. The number on the short side, however, is smaller. So we've just got a lot of chop, which kind of checks out with our weekly graph that we've had, which was just kind of not going anywhere. 10-day hold, 83 at 70, but really will take until 60 on 10-day hold. That is 226, a little bit less than half. That's not too bad. We can work with that. So slightly bullish, not overly powerful this time of year. But seasonality can't always be strong. There's a calm, Richie. If you want a useless fun fact, by the way you pronounce a calm is the same pattern, short, long, for the Morse code for A. It's dit da. So if you need to remember A, it's dot dash or dit da. So you can say a calm. All right. On the long side, as far as sectors are concerned, tech definitely dominating the top seats by a pretty good margin. Technology is very strong. Consumer discretionary also up there. That's consumer cyclical. They're really dominating. And then healthcare is kind of working its way in there, but tech, consumer discretionary, really at the top. On the flip side, you do see a lot of defensive sectors. You got consumer defensive, which is consumer staples. Got utilities, industrials, and financials. So a lot of your less speculative sectors showing up on the short side. which really then kind of points to a bullish period overall. And on 10-day hold, let's look at our sectors. Just a big jumble, to be honest. That we're not going to take much from. Let's do it. Let's do it by the laggers, though. Those were the leaders. A lot of consumer discretionary on here, actually, which is very contradictory to the long side. So we'll take that into account. Yeah, that does not kind of cancels each other out, but in the short term, tech consumer discretionary seems to be leading. Can I check out Tiva? I sure can. Let me get these all sorted alphabetically, and then I can rapid fire these. All right, Tiva. Nope, can't do that one. It's probably not in the S&P. Meta, that's definitely in the S&P. Meta right here, very weak, negative profit factor, but also bad on the short side. So 10-day hold says it's a buy. Gold, let's check out gold. No good for gold right now. You come on Fridays, Mike. That is, or watch Friday's recording, or actually, I can probably go that really quick. Hold on, let me pause my screen share. Don't want to give away all our positions. All right. This is the seasonality for this week. If you want to take a picture, screenshot, or it'll be on YouTube recorded. Yeah, it's Roger at roger.scott.com. Mine is real complicated. It's Matt at rogerscott.com. There's mine as well. Um, 10-day hold says no. Probably see mostly choppy graphs with a slight upside tendency. Riot. Is that in the S&P? I don't know. No, it's not. Then I don't have it. Snap. I don't have that, but I feel like I should. I thought Snap was in the S&P. I also don't have OIN. Sorry, Thomas. No, I won't have it then. Oh, I did want to show you all though. Here, so this was me this morning. molding the young minds, molding the youth, and with the PowerPoint. But this was the stocks they picked. I was pretty impressed. Right here. This is what they picked. A lot of good ones on here. A lot of Apple, Micron, BlackRock, Spotify, Tesla, Nike. Those I kind of expected, but there was a few weird ones in here too. MSTR, which is a crypto name. It's not surprising. Berkshire Hathaway, but Costco, great stock. Micron, awesome stock. No, they came up with those completely on their own. They picked these after I left. Actually, my wife emailed them over. This is Gaston. This is what the fourth graders picked after my stock presentation. They're doing a competition today to see who can what stock will turn out the best. But no, not the fourth grade mind, new service. That's funny. SE and RSG and shop. I saw shop too. Shop I won't have. Nope, public school. Can I please elaborate on XLE and XLU? What do you mean by that? Just what I wanted. Go to the bottom. So XLE was strong. XLU is also strong. No, my wife is, Dennis. I just came into the class this morning. And Amazon. Here's the seasonality for Amazon. It's pretty good. Look at the chart. That looks great. I'd buy it with my money and your money. XLP. I actually really like it. It's getting close to the 8th EMA. Looks pretty good. eBay. And this is going to be the last one because I got to go. eBay, I don't like. Descending triple top. That just doesn't do it for me. I would have liked to see it try to test this area before pulling back, at least. All right, this is the last one for real. Netflix. It would be a hold for me. It got up to the gap, but now it looks like it's just consolidating, and I would have liked it to have gotten higher before it consolidated. Like the area it's starting to consolidate. EMA. Chop is say it's a short, but it's a nice little bounce there. If it breaks low again today, I'd go short. There is the link. Once again. There's the YouTube link. Always asking me. All right, folks. I'll see you tomorrow. If you didn't catch it, Roger will be live with Uncle Jack. You can head on over, and I'll see you all tomorrow.